You could be reborn as a Buddha, and I'd still hold your every sin against you.
We're going to talk about how essential that line actually is. But first, a very important discussion.
Akko, tadaima. Jun-chan no okaeri desu yo.
What I believe to be an important influence on this song is the death of Zato 1's original voice actor. Zato 1's original voice actor was Kaneto Shiozawa. However, at the age of 46, Kaneto Shiozawa died in a car accident. With this, the game's lore was changed to have killed off Zato 1, replacing him with his symbiote Eddie with the new voice actor Takehito Koyasu. You may know the voice actor as the voice of Dio. Now, with that out of the way, let's talk about Zato 1. Zato 1 was recruited by the Vampire Slayer into the Assassin's Guild. In the Assassin's Guild, he was given power over the Forbidden Beast, Shadow, which he traded his eyesight for to gain control over. However, after defeating Justice at the end of the first Guilty Gear's arcade mode, the Shadow starts gaining its own mind, which, due to the real-life death of his voice actor Shiozawa, led to him dying in the game because his body eroded. He couldn't take the Shadow anymore. However, in Guilty Gear X2, the Shadow Eddie took over his body. However, in Guilty Gear Xrd, he was brought back to life by the Conclave, the first person ever, in fact, to be resurrected, because that's what they were into at the time. However, he was reborn without emotions or any worldly desires, except one thing: protect Milia. Now, before Zato died, he was sent to kill Milia. So this is a big change for Zato. Still Milia's Knight, they both assist the US government in Guilty Gear Strive as part of the Post-War Administration Bureau. Responding to Leo's derisions to him about his past, he states that he is willing to atone for all of his crimes. Which again, as the former head of the Assassin's Guild, he had committed many.
Milia and my subordinates do not fear judgment. In fact, we are ready to accept it. We did not choose this path to evade your punishment. If those who have sinned do not seek forgiveness, then they're just like me, walking corpses, lesser even than the lowest criminals. I came back because they wish to remain human.
Hello everyone! This is David Leibowitz with Philosophy of Video Game Philosophy, and we're talking about Zato 1, Part 1 of the pair between Zato 1 and Milia Rage. We'll do Milia Rage right after this one, soon. And, well, I'm going to connect how this theme relates to the ideas of Keiji Nishitani and others. So, without further ado, I know my philosophy, I know my Jung, I know stuff, and I can give you singing advice as well. Without further ado, let me carve your way. I'm going to hold off on commenting on these lyrics until the lyrics properly come in at the end. What I will say musically, of course, is that we have the backing track of the more hardcore metal that's basically blinding him, the darkness that is leading him in, concealing these more fond memories. But we're going to actually talk about these lyrics at the end, because I think it's going to make a lot more sense when we do.
Vanish into dark, fusion now and past. Vanish into dark, when it all mixes up.
I'm going to also wait to comment on this until this cycles again, because there's a proper As you see, I think the way this song is structured is very off, but when you properly put the pieces together of what's being said, it's easier to explain. I need to begin the proper place to tell you what's really going on.
Drowned in pain, I lost my mind. There's no good about in there. Drowned in pain, I lost my mind. There's no good about in there. Vanish into dark. It is hopelessness filled by the light.
Now we can start. Alright, so basically, Zato died. Zato died, and even before he died, he was basically consumed by... No, he wasn't, because... No, when he died, he got taken over by Eddie, but he died, and when he was just a parasite of Eddie, he was motionless. He did not feel much emotion. And even before he died, he was very focused on no meaning, no nothing in life. I will get rid of my sight just to be able to have this parasite to kill, even if he had a bad relationship with the parasite, with Eddie, with the symbiote. Nonetheless, he's brought back. And still, when he's brought back, he's still feeling these emotions of pain and suffering. And he's a lifeless corpse, as we said, basically. He doesn't feel that many emotions. But it is hopelessness filled by the light. The whole deal that we're going to talk about with this song is that to truly live, you must die. In Buddhism, especially Mahayana Buddhism, there's a concept known as emptiness. Emptiness is that we should look at things and realize in the lack of essence in ourselves, we feel the notions and experience the world in a hollow way. But in emptiness is true suchness. It is true existence when you get rid of the falseness and the pretenses of the self. And Zato has done that perfectly. He has, in a sense, reached nirvana through being hopeless, through experiencing, through allowing all of the being and the selfishness to dissolve. There's light. This is Jungian. We turn darkness into light, that vanish into dark, hopelessness filled by the light. But again, drowned in pain, drowning in... This is not just the notion of him dead. This is what he was focused on when he was not the best person before he died. He was cared only in gain and in pain. And he lost his mind. But in Buddhism, when you are able to refuse that pain, refuse the suffering that is in the world, and accept it, and go beyond it, then you reach nirvana. You reach bodhisattvahood, you reach enlightenment. And that is what Zato, in a very convoluted, corrupted way, has done. And I'm going to say more when we get to the final part of the song, where it truly explains this. Zato is not here. Like, he is experiencing the world. Everything is mixed up. The world is not fundamentally experienced as a human would. The abyss, but in the notion of this is nihilism, where when you experience nothingness, when you experience nihility, you're walking on the abyss of your dreams and of a desire. What is about Buddhism all about? How desire equals suffering. And getting rid of desire, getting rid of maybe Zato's emotions, allows for one to be the proud Nietzschean tightrope walker, walking over the abyss with true courage. But yeah, no, he's not feeling good in this part of the song. He hasn't gotten to the enlightenment. I'm not saying that Zato is enlightened right now, but all this will lead to his enlightenment through allowing the great death of himself to lead to the great affirmation. And then after that, will that dream still is there meaning? And this is Milia's struggle about her meaning in life in the XX and before that timeline as well.
I hope that it's not the end of sorrow and joy.
That he's understanding that when he fully is emptying himself as a carcass, is it the end of true emotion? Is he able to feel at all in this current state that he is in? The notion of time in when we think about the Nietzschean eternal recurrence, where time is constantly cycling, is very important, because when you understand that time really cycles, you're able to overcome yourself. You're able to gain more power. And the Buddhist Nishitani existential way, when we understand that the field that nirvana is is not in the same plane of time, that history is far more circular. Especially when you think about the Hindu way, history is very circular. Buddhism as well, history is fundamentally is more circular because they will fundamentally lead to rebirth. The future, now, and past get fundamentally jumbled. But also at the current state, he is not feeling it at all. Like, everything in himself is not being able to fully process. In the Nietzsche, of course, in the Nietzschean idea, good and evil don't really exist, except this good and evil, not good and bad. So this is more, again, just the lack of experiencing morals, the lack of experiencing. But when you go beyond and experience some sort of enlightenment, actually, I don't think the good or bad is this is where the enlightenment. I think he's just in this more Nietzschean nihility of that the good and evil morals don't exist. Especially when morals didn't exist when him as a assassin. They did not act on morals. They acted on, or good or bad, they acted on taking out the big guys.
Drowning gay, I lose my mind. There's no good or bad in there. Vanish into dark. It is hopelessness filled by the light.
This is getting rid of the past. That this is sort of I sort of think about this in the idea of the Japanese past. That this is our nostalgia for what was the traditions that Japan got rid of. And the past is going away, and this is the nostalgia for it. And just for Zato's case, his nostalgia for the past that he had with Milia, it was a little weird, and the past he had as part of the Assassin's Guild. It's all going away. It's all vanishing. That's very Nietzschean, and very Nietzschean. Of course, Nietzsche believes that through suffering we gain growth. And I think this is sort of actually somewhat both negative and positive. Again, it's the morality of this song until it gets to the end is iffy. But there is a respect for pain. But also there's a point that he's gaining too much pain, and he's too much allowing himself to be maybe masochistic in the pain. So it's sort of these different voices in himself, like, are they good, are they bad? We don't know. Clearly it's not good, because he lost his mind. But that's going to lead him to enlightenment. Now the voices are I'm not going to that is sort of going too incessantly, like, it's too much in the head. We just need to calm. We just need to calm and gain this sort of moment of clarity, which we'll get towards the end of the song. Clearly, this is not a good thing. Yeah, it's not good. Good. Ooh, dreadful hope never speaks up. That there is no future, there is no hope in life, because there is no hope for him. He's a walking corpse. It's nothing. This is important. I mean, he doesn't have as much liberty. He was made by the Conclave to be resurrected and do duties. There's a compressed sky. The world is not the same anymore. He can't fully experience it in the same way. But there might be something positive about that, in a sense.
The sky, the broken wall will cry for humanity.
I think this is sort of like the broken wall between life and death, that he has been resurrected, and that humanity being themselves, that death has been conquered when it shouldn't have been. There's a problem. And now this is the sad result of it. But
I once had some sweet memories. Each world remains on.
the memories that he had with Milia, and this is where the voice actor comes in, where Zato's original voice actor. This part is 100% relates to an ode to Zato's original voice actor. That no matter what, he will be in our hearts forever.
Same. How can I remember those moments, sweetheart? Tell me. If there's a man who can make anything.
This is definitely a reference to, I mean, the Gear Maker, to Asuka or Kreutz, because he can basically make anything.
Give me the tools to live in the past.
He's very focused on wanting to bring back when he was alive. He's trying to go back to where he truly was something.
It's all gone down so deep I can't see anymore.
The world is completely embellished in nothingness.
If that's
But
not the way to go, let me carve your way.
this is where we talk about when the self has eroded away and all attachment is gone. True attachment, true connection to all life, to not be for oneself, but to be for someone else. And he now is one with himself. He is one with the shadow. He is one with Eddie. Zato is one. But he is only truly one in the sense that he is one with Milia. Because he is Milia's knight. He is there to serve her. He is there for someone else, for the world to do better and to atone for his sins. And that is why he has truly come back as a Buddha. Because he has reached nirvana in some very weird way, some sort of enlightenment, some satori, that he truly is autotelic, is for no end. He is for another. He is, all selfishness is all gone. In sense, is love. He is Milia's shadow. The thing, this will be, in a sense, Milia needed to accept him because she left the Assassin's Guild. We'll talk about this. This will be completed when we talk about love the sum of your self, but she needs to accept him, the shadow that was in a weird relationship between them, because Milia left the Assassin's Guild, and now she's back and she wants to be the leader of it, the director of it, the post-war administration bureau. And she will always be, and he is the necessary thing to be reintegrated, the Jungian to be there by her side, to follow her. Even if he cannot feel he is truly, in some way, reached what we can be referred to as bodhisattvahood, of enlightenment. Alright. Now, I have one more treat for you. Something very, very special. I'll be back. Hello, everyone. This is David Leibowitz with Philosophy of Video Game Philosophy, and I'm going to sing for you the final part of Let Me Carve Your Way in Frank Sinatra style. Three, two, one. I once had some sweet memories. Its worth remains all the same. How can I remember those moments, sweetheart? Tell me if there's a man who can make anything. Give me the tools to live in the past. It's all gone down so deep I can't see anymore. And if that's not the way to go, let me carve your way. I'm a shadow always with you. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. And thank this wonderful community that has given me a fantastic time. I love you all. And I'll see you with the Milia video. Peace.